West Ham's season so far has been fantastic. They're currently 7th place in the Premier League and they aren't doing too bad in Europe either. David Moyes is doing a fantastic job, but you know what? I think I'm going to take it from here. So today, boys, I'm becoming the new West Ham manager, and by the end of this video, I'll be making them the best team in the world. But there is a small catch this time. West Ham have the oldest playing squad in the Premier League with an average of 28.1 years old per player in that squad. And because of this, we're only allowed to sign players 30 years old or older just to give us a little bit more of a challenge. So this is the West Ham team I've loaded into, and I think their squad is pretty damn good. They've got some serious talent on their hands like Edson Alvarez, Lucas Paqueta, and of course Mohamed Kudus. And you didn't think I'd really leave him out, did you? Jared Bowen as well, the guy who won West Ham the Europa Conference League last year against Fiorentina. But I wasn't joking, boys, this team has got some goldie oldies in it. Lucas Fabianski is actually retiring at the end of this season, so that gives you an idea of what we're up against. And admittedly, I thought the sale of Declan Rice would be West Ham's undoing, but they've been so smart in that transfer window, signing James Ward-Prowse, Edson Alvarez, and Mohamed Kudus, and to be honest, boys, they're not exactly doing that bad without him. But before I do anything else, I want to set up the tactical vision. Now, in this team, there's not much pace or speed at all, so I think the tiki-taka style of play is absolutely spot on. Obviously, this still requires a bit of movement, but we'll be passing rings around our opposition. Now, as for the formation, I'm not fussed because I believe the 4-2-3-1 is actually one of the strongest formations you can use. It's just a matter of where we're going to improve this squad. Now, as I've mentioned, Fabianski is retiring, and our starting keeper Areola is only 78 rated, so it might be in our best interest to bring in a better goalkeeper. And I'd like a better striker than Antonio. I know that he's 33 years old, and that's kind of the whole point of this video, but I know strikers the same age as him who are way better. Aside from that, I'm happy to leave the team as it is because I think by the end of this season, everybody in this starting 11 will grow massively. And we've got a healthy budget of 63 million in season 1. That is very good money to start off with. And starting with the keeper, I'm bringing Szczesny in from Juve. He's 86 rated. He's miles better than Areola. And admittedly, he cost a little bit more than I thought he would, as we've just had to spend 24.7 million to bring him to West Ham. And as for the striker, well, I only had one player in mind, Cristiano Ronaldo, 86 rated at 38 years old. This guy is still an absolute beast even when he's nearly 40. And for 24.2 million, we have just signed one of the greatest players of all time. And we've only got 3 mil in the budget after that, so that's our transfer window done. But the team now looks like this heading into season 1, and honestly, I would argue we've done a pretty good job. Obviously, Ronaldo is almost 40 years old. He's going to probably go down in overall, but it's Ronaldo. I can't see him going down too much in overall in season 1. I'm very intrigued to see how this team does this year. Obviously, we've got a European spot to fight for in the Prem, but we've also got European football. And speaking of, we are in Group A of that competition alongside Freiburg, Ferrol Constanta and Aruca. Now, in real life, they're doing pretty decent in this competition, but with the likes of Ronaldo and Szczesny added to this team now, you never know what can happen. But whilst we're simulating through the season, if you wouldn't mind dropping this video a like and hitting that subscribe button, that would mean the world to me. So boys, it's the end of May, the season's done and dusted, so let's see how West Ham United have done. We've smashed it in the Prem this year, top 6 football, no matter what happens. We've got European football next year. But we got knocked out by Bolton in round 4 of the FA Cup. That, I mean, really? And we lost to the Bottle Jobs in round 3 of the Carabao Cup. I'm telling you, it's a good job we did well in the Prem, because otherwise we've done terrible. But we started off strong in the Europa League, smashing Group A out the park, and we cruised to the round of 16, where we only just get past Braga, man. If we actually want to do well in this competition, we've got to storm teams like that. But we only just beat Atalanta, and they're a much better team than Braga. We may have a chance here. We've absolutely smashed Sporting in the semi-finals. We're playing Real Betis in the final. Boys, we have had the best knockout run teams-wise I've ever seen. And it's paid off because we've won the Europa League, boys. Not only have we got European football next year, we've got Champions League football. And we did all this with an injured Ronaldo, man. It just shows you how strong the rest of this team is. And who else would the top goal scorer be? Jared Bowen with 26 goals and 3 assists in 54 games. I'd say season 1's been successful. We may have tanked it in the Carabao and the FA Cup, but we won the Europa League and got top 6 football in the Prem. You can't be mad at that. And the most important thing, we've got Champions League football for next year. year, so hopefully that budget backs us, because we're going to have to spend a lot of goddamn money if we want to not get our horses handed to us in that competition. So when I went to season 2 of West Ham, and as you can see, I've been a little busy hiring coaches. And to be honest, I think these coaches are going to be vital, because we're bringing in players that are just going to go down in overall. I'm hoping that these guys can keep them at the overall that they are for as long as possible. Now, taking a look at this team, there's only a couple of positions that we actually need to focus on. To start off, as much as I like him, James Ward-Prowse is one of the weakest links in this team, so we definitely need to replace him with a better midfielder. And we could do with better fullbacks than Kufel and Emerson, because they will definitely let us down this year in the Champions League if we don't replace them. Aside from that, boys, I'm happy to leave the team as it is, because overall it's a pretty strong squad. And for those wondering, I'm not replacing Ronaldo because he's only going to be out for another 5 weeks. But the budget is incredible this year, 162 million. That is more than enough to get those 3 positions sorted. And we're starting the transfer window by bringing Danny Carvajal into the team. He's 82 rated and by a mile the better player than Kufel. And boys, we got a bargain, only having to spend 20 million to bring him to West Ham. And as for the left back, this guy's a game changer, João Cancelo. He's 86 rated and he's 30 years old, as you can see, but we got to act quick because Real Madrid are going in for him as well. And he's by a mile our most expensive signing yet, as we've just spent 57.3 million on him. And for that centre midfielder role, I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking Hakan Çalhanoğlu, who's 30 years old, as you can see, and he's 85 rated. He'll make a massive difference in that midfield. And that is our transfer window done, as we brought Hakan Çalhanoğlu to West Ham United for 52.5 million. And this is the starting 11 going into season 2. And when you compare this team to last year's team we started with, it is a completely different starting 11. Obviously, there's positions that could do with improvement, but overall, we've got a fantastic squad. And because we won the Europa League, we're in the Super Cup against Borussia Dortmund, who won the Champions League. And I'll be real, that team winning the Champions League, really? Now that I've said that, watch us get absolutely smacked up by... Really? We're losing to that team? We've got no hope this year. But moving on from that, we are in the Champions League this year in Group C alongside PSG, Sevilla and Celtic. Now obviously PSG will probably top the group, but I definitely don't want to crash out in the group stage. That second place position has got our name on it. Well boys, we've just arrived in January and somehow we're top of the league, boys. I don't have a Scooby-Doo on how we're pulling this one off. We've only signed a couple of defenders, but it turns out that makes all the difference. And we somehow top Group C alongside PSG, and we're into the round of 16. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy we're in the round of 16, but how do we not get past Dortmund, but somehow get either a draw or a win against PSG? It's official, Ronaldo's a beast. 14 goals and 3 assists in 27 games, man. He's almost 40 years old, for God's sake. And whilst we do have 12 mil in the budget, as you can imagine, that's not going to do anything to the team, so we're not going to spend that money. So the team you're looking at right now is the team heading into the knockouts of the Champions League for the very first time. And I cannot wait to see how we actually get on. If we're giving teams like PSG a good run for the money, we can give any team a good game. And boys, first up in the knockouts is AC Milan, my current bogey team. And honestly, looking at that team, I really do fancy my chances against them. Some of our players are a little bit knackered, but overall, I reckon we've got a good chance against these guys. We are away from home in the first leg. Not again, man. I've already been knocked out in the round of 16 once in FC24. Please don't make it 2 in a row. The team's looking a bit better for the second leg, although Zuma doesn't look to be too happy. I'm going to need you to get a grip, lad. We need you on full form. The second leg, we're 2-1 down. We are at home, though. What's the scoreline going to be? Thank God for that! Oh my God, if we'd been knocked out once again in the round of 16, especially to AC Milan, oh, boys, I don't even know what I would have done. And in the quarters, boys, it's Bayer Leverkusen, my old bogey team from FIFA 23. As long as they remain my old bogey team, I ain't going to be fussed about it, though. The team's looking pretty decent as well. I'm actually quite excited for this. I reckon we've got a very good chance. Oh my God, not again. Not again. We're 2-1 down in aggregate and the team is absolutely shattered. We are going to get annihilated, aren't we? Bayer Leverkusen. Oh my God. AC Milan, who are they? Bayer Leverkusen are once again the bogey team of FC24. It's official. Well, that's us out of this competition, and we've been humbled like madman. I hope that we can do well in the Prem, though. A top 4 or top 6 finish at least, I'll be very happy with that. So jumping ahead to the end of the season, we've won the Premier League by 9 points, man. We only lost 6 games out of 38. How do we win the Premier League so comfortably, but we can't get past Bayer Leverkusen, man? I swear to God, they've got a thing against me. And look at the top 6. Liverpool, Arsenal, City, United, Chelsea. We had serious competition and we beat all of them. We once again only made it to round 4 of the FA Cup 2. Newcastle beat us 2-0. And we made it to the semis of the Carabao Cup only to lose to Liverpool on penalties, man. You know what? I'll definitely take that. But looking at this starting 11, whilst it is absolutely fantastic, I don't really get how we won the Premier League with it. I really don't get how FC24 works yet. But Bowen and Cristiano Ronaldo are our 2 best players this year, getting 66 goal contributions between them this year. I mean, to be fair, we can't complain. Whilst we got knocked out by our bogey team in the Champions League, we absolutely crushed the Prem this year, and we've got Champions League football again next year anyway. And looking at this team right now, I already know exactly where we need to improve it in order to get the best out of this West Ham United team. So we're now into season 3 with West Ham United, and our budget is ridiculous. 195 million. I'm telling you now, boys, that's more than enough to not only win the Premier League again this year, but we can definitely go all the way in the Champions League too. All we need is better defenders than Aguard, Zuma, and potentially Carvajal as well. Now, obviously, it isn't going to cost 200 million to do that, so once we've sorted those positions out, we'll revisit the team and see where we can further improve it. And we're starting the window strong by signing 31-year-old, 86 rated John Stones. I mean, Aguard and Zuma are good, but they're nowhere near his level. And for only 46 million on the dot, John Stones is officially a West Ham player. And his centre-back partner is going to be Marquinhos, who's 31 years old and 88 rated, man. Those pair together are going to be an absolute nightmare to get past. But believe me, he wasn't cheap, as we've just had to fork out 63.7 million for him. And finally, for that right back position, a player who's had a massive upgrade in this game, Giovanni Di Lorenzo, who's 85 rated at 31 years old. And this deal was officially done for £40 million on the dot. Now, we've still got 25 million in the budget. And now that the defence is completely sorted, there's only one more position I'd really like to improve. Cristiano Ronaldo, whilst he's one of our best performing players, is our weakest link. He's 82 rated, 40 years old. I think it's in our best interest to bring in a better striker than him. But we've only got 25 million in the budget, so we've got to raise some funds in order to make this happen. And after selling these players on, we have now got 63 million in the budget, and I think that's more than enough to bring in a better striker. And boys, after searching for ages, I've found the highest rated striker above 30 years old, and his name is Romelu Lukaku. He's 84 rated, he's 32 years old. It wouldn't be my first choice personally, but he's the best player for the job right now. And we are ending our transfer window there, as we've spent a whopping 39.5 million on Romelu Lukaku. But this is now the starting 11 heading into season 3, and I've got to say, I am bloody confident about what this team can achieve this year. We've even got quality on the subs bench now, so if anything happens to the starting 11, we're pretty much covered all over the place. And because we won the Premier League last year, we're in the FA Community Shield final against Manchester City. Now, that team is a team to worry about. Still, I do kind of fancy my chances. We've got a pretty solid team. Let's see what... Why can we never win a pre-season trophy? Well, moving past that, we are once again in the Champions League in Group G alongside AC Milan, Real Sociedad and PAOK. And I'd argue we're the strongest team in this group, so you better believe I want to finish top of the group stage going through to the round of 16. So we are now once again in January, and we are 5th in the Premier League right now. And honestly, I mean, we can kiss goodbye to the title this year because United are 10 points clear of us right now, but I would definitely love us to finish in the top 4 again. And just like I wanted, we topped Group G with flying colours, and we are sailing to the round of 16. And somehow, Ronaldo's our top goal scorer with 16 goals and 2 assists in 25 games. This guy is 40 years old and still banging him in for fun. Now, we do have 30 million in the budget, but I'm not spending a dime of it because I'm very content with the team as it is. Which leaves the team looking like this heading into the knockouts for the 2nd time in a row. Everybody's happy, everybody's fit, everybody's better than they were last year. I've got a good feeling about the Champions League this time. And first up this time in the round of 16 is Marseille, and looking at that team, I definitely fancy my chances against them. We are away from home in the first leg, the team's looking good. I really do fancy my chances against Marseille, man, and it's a 2-2 draw. Why do we persist on making things difficult for ourselves? It's time for the second leg, and the team is fit as a fiddle. I've never actually actually seen the team that fit before going into a game before. I'm confident, boys. Come on. 2-0. Come on. A fully fit team, and we're smashing everybody. And next up is Man City. And here I actually thought we were going to avoid teams like this. And the squad is relatively fit for this game too. I'm actually quite confident about this. A fit West Ham team can take on anybody, and we do it. Lucas Paqueta on the 60-minute mark. We've got an advantage going into the second leg. The team this time isn't as fit as they were in the first leg, boys. This is a bad sign. We're away from home. We need a draw, and that's exactly what we get, boys. 3-3 in Ronaldo in the 87th minute. Oh my god, in the 52nd, oh my god, I was going to say, if he scored a hat-trick off the bench, that would have been insane. And in the semi-finals is Real Madrid. And I mean, come on, man, what do we have to do to get a nice team? The team is absolutely knackered. I'm not liking this, boys. We are away from home in the first leg. How are we going to do? And it's a 2-1 loss. That is not good against a team like Madrid. The team is looking better, but Alvarez is suspended for this game, man. You can't write this, can you? But we are at home this time. The home fans will be blowing bubbles in the stadium. Will that be enough to get us through to the final? Bowen and Marquinhos have put us through to the Champions League final. Real Madrid are out. And somehow, we are, once again, I'll say it one more time, in the Champions League final. And that's where we'll face Arsenal of all teams, man. It's going to be a London derby. Well, heading over to the Prem, we did finish inside the top 4, but Manchester United, as I anticipated, did end up running away with it. And for the third time in a row, we only made it to round 4 of the FA Cup, man. We just weren't good in the FA Cup, were we? But we made it to the final of the Carabao Cup, losing 3-1 to Liverpool. That is a little bit gutting, I ain't going to lie to you. But our top goal scorers was Jared Bowen and Cristiano Ronaldo, getting over 60 goal contributions between them. But for once, we've got our strongest starting 11 heading to the final, man. No injuries or suspensions. I still can't get over the fact that a 41-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo outscored Romelu Lukaku, man. It just shows you the levels to this game. But with this West Ham team, we've done pretty well. We've won the Europa League, the Premier League, and now we've got the chance to win the big one, the Champions League. Mohamed Kudus is on the ball once again. We are destroying Arsenal with Mohamed Kudus. Ronaldo, oh, this is beautiful. Oh my god! Ramsdale, you are not that good. Mohamed Kudus, once again, I'm telling you now, Mohamed Kudus is absolutely destroying Arsenal by himself. Oh, beautiful. Ronaldo, don't make... Oh, you... Oh, my days. Wait, what? There's no way... We've got a penalty. What for? They didn't show a replay, so I'm assuming that's a handball. We're going to have Ronaldo on the penalty. We're going to go top left. And we smashed it into the top left corner of the goal from a penalty. West Ham 1, Arsenal 0, and a 41-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo has got a Champions League goal to his name. Now, if they aren't going to show us, I want to see what... Oh, it is an handball. Okay. Handballs, I must have the setting on by accident because I don't remember putting it on. But due to a handball from Arsenal, we are 1-0 up right now. I ain't complaining at that though. Queta's on the ball. We're looking for that run from Kudus. We've got him as well. We're going to cut inside on his left foot. Ramsdale again with the save. Honestly, Ramsdale's solo keeping Arsenal in this game right now. Jared Bowen's on the ball now. We've got a counter-attack on the way. Oh, I'll tell you what, he's away. There's nobody even close to him. We're going to sweat this, and that is going to be 1. No, it's not even going to be 1-0. I forgot we're 2-0 up now. Beautiful counter-attack. Jared Bowen gives it to Di Lorenzo, I do believe. And we are cruising right now. Mohamed Kudus is on the ball, though. He's cut inside so easily. Oh, my God, Mohamed Kudus. We see that run, but oh, the cross isn't good enough. Really, from there, we should have gone it alone, man. Mohamed Kudus is definitely good enough to get a solo goal like that. Di Lorenzo is pushing forward. I don't know what Di Lorenzo's thinking. Can he get a cross? Oh, Arsenal. I'm telling you, we get a third, it is officially game over. Having said that, though, there's not much time left. Arsenal have got to get a goal and get a goal quick. Jared Bowen's on the ball. Can he lay it off? That's a fantastic through ball to João Cancelo. We've got a chance to make it 3-0 here. 41-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo squares it to Paqueta. Arsenal, man. Give us that third goal. We do have one final chance for it, though. Paqueta on the corner. Great ball in, to be fair. Oh! Somebody hit it. It's safe, but it does not matter. We've done the damage that we needed to do. West Ham United 2, Arsenal 0. They've still yet to win a single European trophy, but we just did. And you know what? It only took us 3 seasons to do it, considering we were only allowed to buy players 30 years old or above. And you know what? This was actually kind of fun to do. And if you're still here, thank you so much for watching this video. But if you enjoyed that, you should definitely click here to watch me take over Notts County for 10 seasons.